My name is Tracey. I need services to stay in my home. I've been here. February 13th will be 11 years. I'd much rather be independent. I don't think I'd be happy any other way if I wasn't independent a bit. My name is Tracey Bowman, and I live at Constitution Hall. I'm currently a client with Passport. I need services to stay in my home. I've been here. February 13th will be 11 years. I'd much rather be independent. I don't think I'd be happy any other way if I wasn't independent a bit. And I need my knees replaced and my Achilles tendon repaired, on top of some other surgeries. And that was why I started trying to get an aid, because I needed to do some surgeries. And then COVID hit. So now I've just let everything go. It's pretty much everyday living is why I need an aid. My son has, my youngest son, it's here again. He has Asperger's. He's a high functioning autistic. Very high functioning, but it shows up. And it's very hard for him to take care of his home, his yard work, his shopping, his laundry, house cleaning, his yard, just everything he has to do. Then he has to drive an hour and some minutes down here and take me to the store if I don't have an aid. So it's been very rough on him to have to help me with little things. And it really frustrates him because being autistic, he needs more downtime than other people. And he's only got a short weekend. Affecting his attitude and our time together. And then when he's frustrated and gets angry, and that's not very good on our little bit of time. Because we don't know how much time we have left. I've already had 2 small strokes. I could have another one or something could happen. And then we couldn't do anything. And so the time that we have is spent with him being angry sometimes. So an aide could really fill in that gap. I had one a couple years ago, and I really liked her. We got along great. But she was only 1.5 hours on Friday and 1.5 hours on Monday. And she called off one day every week. So that made 1.5 hours. Now that's a lot. And she was very invested in her grandmother. When her grandmother died, she took a leave of absence. I've talked to Hannah about having someone, leaving her a note or having them knock on the door and say, "It could be my aide again." Because she was very good at her job. But she was just so devastated. She was having childcare issues too. And then I had one for 5 months. At first, I thought she was the greatest thing since sliced bread, and then I got to see her true self. And things weren't going that great. And she wasn't doing any work. She was just coming in and using her phone. That wasn't helpful. Because at that point, I had 3 hours a week. 1 day a week. And if you can't stop and pay attention for 3 hours. So I went ahead and said something when they asked me. They called and asked me how she was doing. And I went ahead and said something. And I thought she would be like all my Christian friends that you just go and improve. But she wasn't. She got mad and she quit. So I had no one. I used to call Hannah just to remind her. And I knew Hannah was on the ball. I knew she didn't forget. But that's just my personality. I'm used to doing things myself. And I call and remind Hannah. She's like, "I'm trying." I was very shocked that somebody came yesterday. I hope she stays. Like, she seems very friendly. I kind of feel the need to stay to myself a lot in here. I just get really bored. I can't pay for cable. So it'd be nice to have an aide that's friendly that wants to talk a little bit. But it was extremely difficult. I was very frustrated. That's why I would call Hannah. And she'd be like, be assured I'm trying. And I knew she was. But it was just my personality that I had to remind her. And then I think I said, when I found out I had the strokes, I said, does that move me up? She said it doesn't work that way. Because I thought maybe I'm more desperate now for help. Because I'm willing to tolerate some stuff just to have an aide. Just so I don't have to frustrate my son and we can spend more quality time together. I sincerely hope that doesn't happen again. That more people start going back to work and wanting to do this. I think it's time for a price upgrade. Because I was aware of someone years ago that was doing this before I moved here. And they were making $10 an hour then. I hope somebody doesn't go work at McDonald's versus being an aide. Not everybody's cut out to be an aide, and I don't think they all understand that. Cleaning services and aid services are not easy jobs. They're difficult jobs. You gotta really be the right kind of person. So I hope they can draw in more people with the right personality that want to help and make them happy. Keep them. I hope everybody takes it to heart and change comes.